Hello, my dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods. Let's start the meditation. Clasp your fingers. Just cross your legs. Close your eyes. Observe your breathing. And exhaling slowly, naturally. Not any thoughts, not any mantra, not any japa, just following, observing the pattern of your breathing. Just 1 hour. We are just observing our breathing, bringing from the tip of your nose, slowly inhaling till the center of your forehead. Feel the coolness. Inhaling. Feel the warmth of exhaling. Slow and slow and slow. Be with your breathing. Last 1 minute. Last 30 seconds. Bring your awareness back to the surroundings. Move the fingers. Bring your palms on your face. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All, I hope you had a good experience of the meditation. If anyone wish to share the experience, you can. Today, I'm going to share on the topic, eat healthy, serve healthy. Of course, we all after the pandemic, we all know the value how to keep our health in a good way. And just eating right food is just not enough. But with that, I would like to share about the holistic approach for a body and the soul. So let's start. Let me share my presentation for you all. And here, just a moment. Yeah. Okay. I hope you all are able to see it. Okay. So, hello, my masters. Good morning. And let's start with a good smile and a healthy, happy morning. So, as today's topic, it's eat healthy and serve healthy. Like, of course, the food what we eat, definitely, we get the energy from it, but that is not the only source of. And of course, when we say the food, then we should, whatever the food we are taking, it should be in a correct manner and what type of the food we should have. So let's start. Firstly, I would like to, since we are in a spiritual mode and, we know how meditation gives the energy. Similar way, I just want to give a little an idea about when the soul comes to the earth, it takes the body. It, basically the soul is your Purush and the body is the Prakriti. So where the soul, we call it as the God and the body is as the temple. So when we come into the body, we do carry the 5 senses and the 3 gunas, like the nature of each energy We call it like, it is interconnected. They are interconnected. Three gunas, like it's tamas is the lower level, rajas and the sattva. But we cannot distinguish like, this is different and this is different. But yes, tamas means, you feel timid, darkness, sadness, you are in a victim mode and lots of greedy and other emotions. Where the rajas, it may have like of the combination of tamas and sattva both like, and you are more feel active, you are more kinesthetic, you are more with the physical activity whenever we are doing, that time we are in the rajas mode. And when is the sattva mode? Of course, when we are in a gratitude mode, when we are balancing ourselves in all the situations. And that's where we feel like, we are bringing and the feeling and spreading the harmony around. So that is the basic. These are the basic nature of the energy, and they are interconnected. It's only we can gradually grow by being in the awareness. So when we say the, yogi, like when we say the rogi, bhogi and yogi. So rogi is in a tamas, or mostly if they are mostly in the pain, they are like, they just want, they don't come out from their pain. They don't want to come out from their pain. And that is how, they have certain things. They keep creating like, craving and blaming others and everything. So that is always when we are in the tamas mode. The rajas mode is again the somewhere of the victim mode, but more like we are feeling and reacting to the emotions, to the pain, to the people, to the situation. And we are always like, oh, that person has something, he has told me, so I have to react back. Something like that. So you are always in a rajas mode. That time you are in a rajas mode. And tamasic, as we say, the desires also is a part of it. Then, but when you are in the sattvic, then you are just living in the awareness. You are aware about it. What other people are saying, that is, I should not allow my ego to get pampered. What the other people are saying, I should not allow my ego to get hurt. If my ego is getting hurt, then definitely I'm feeling the pain. But if I just want to like give an example, like, someone is gifting you something. When you are accepting it, it's yours. But when you are not accepting, it is not yours. So similar way, here also, we have to be in a balanced mode. Like, we have came to this earth to learn the lessons. So evolve, and we have selected certain teachers. So they are teaching on this earth. So never to get hurt, but always to respect others' feelings, their reactions, and be in a calm mode, be in a subtle mode, and have the, whatever we call it as a samabhava. So sukh ya dukh, be the happiness or the sadness, react the same way. Be detached from both the emotions. That is your sattvic mode. That is the sattvic nature. And of course, when we say on the food also, the type of food, we can count again the gunas in that also. Tamasic, which may be like, the non-veg food, also the processed food, the refined food. The rajasic means cooked food, and there also like, sometimes we have lots of masala and spicy food, or lots of fat, lots of sweet. Anything above and over is not good. And there it is a rajasic. And the sattvic food is just like, you are having the fruits, fresh fruits, and the raw vegetables, and very simple food. Okay, so that just we know where that what we are eating for the surviving, and not for the taste, not for our greed. And it is just like minimalization, we do not have the choice, and we are eating the food. So while eating the food, have that emotion, show the gratitude to the farmers, and express that, from your soul, and just say like, this is what I'm eating, this is just for my body and not for my taste. So have it bite by bite, have it in a chew, like, chewing it nicely, simply, and it allows you to slow down your hunger. It's a very important point for having a good digestive system and the metabolic. I just would like to give you a little brief about it, how it works. Like when we smell some food, actually when we see and smell, and it starts from the 5 senses. So when we get that smell, and when we see, and automatically it goes to our brain, and brain says, okay, yeah, that's the yummy food, let me have. So when you are having that, and you are like, whenever you have the food, put it on your tongue and give few seconds, understand and allow to that food to go in your mouth, and just, taste it, and what type of the taste it gives, and then literally let it go slow by slow, through your gut, the food pipe, and then the other organs. So why? Because the gut is also called a second brain of your body, and from the gut you actually get the good, gut helps to absorb the good bacteria in your gut. They actually help you to absorb the good nutrients from the food what you have. Actually you had a healthy food, and from there you are getting, because of the chewing and mixing of the saliva, and from going through the different organs, through the small intestine, there are little tiny wells, we call it as, and they absorb the nutrients with the help of good bacteria in your body. And actually because of that also you get the mode of happiness or the depression. The serotonin, the good dopamine, those hormones also, they get developed because the good bacteria, they help to digest your food with the good fiber, good antioxidants, good polyphenols in your body. And that's why we need the sattvic food. So next slide, now I would like to go on a holistic way. How a soul gets a vital energy. Because as we say, the soul is the God of our body. Patriji always say, you are the God, you are the master. So let touch that God. So how we get the vital energy? Like 3 types of, 3 main resources we can get the energies. Of course, the food is there. But food we can count in the physical energy we can get from the natural resources, like from the Mother Earth. She grows for us, thanks to the farmer. They deliver the, the harvested crops and the millers and everything. And we get from the air also. What we breathe is the prana. So that also is very important. Then we do get the emotional energy, like being aware, as I've said, always be in a awareness mode. Whatever the karma you are doing, even if you are doing, be in a akarma bhav, that yes, for some reason, if I am doing this, but I should not attach with this karma. I should not blame myself or others. I should not feel guilt or give the guilt to others. Do not judge others. Do not accept, and always be in an acceptance, and be in the surrender mode, to the universe. So that is where you are getting the good emotional energy. And with this, when you are living that particular life pattern with the food and the emotions, balancing it, then you actually enter through, and you can start to get the spiritual energy. But that for the spiritual energy, what we have to do, meditation is I say always, the Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, what Patriji had taught to all of us, started by Lord Gautam Buddha. The Ana-Pana-Sati meditation is the bark of all the modalities. And actually we can heal our diseases. And actually we can keep our balance. We can keep our mind cool. Let the people talk about whatever they want to, but we are in a detachment mode. We are in a bliss mode. We are with a smile. Just give a gentle smile to that person and that person will be calm. So this is how we can get the vital energy and we can work for our different areas. Now, these are the, simply I'm just sharing what are the food for the 5 senses. For the mouth, obviously we should have the healthy, good food, vegan or vegetarian food. Better to have the light food on our, because it is a light on our digestive tract. No junk food. Follow the maun, the silence practice. Try to maximum whatever you can. Speak whenever, only if needed. If you are communicating, be gentle, be in a non-violent mode. Don't use any aggressive words. Don't use the word can, heat the argument more and more. Wherever you want to say, be precise and be firm and let that message get conveyed. That's for your mouth. Now, for your spiritually, if you say for the mouth, better to do the swadhyaya. Do the sajjan sangatya rather than falling in the arguments. Share, read, whenever you are reading the good books, share with others. Share, do the dhyan prachara, do the pyramid energy, do the prachar of the pyramid centers. So this is how you can use a mouth. Now for the nose, be with the nature, be with the clean air. Try to get the fresh air in the morning. And whatever the way, be with the nature. Do keep practicing the Ana-Pana-Sati Dhyan, always observing the natural breathing pattern. When you see, of course, the thoughts will come and let it be. Don't stop them. But when you feel like you start the Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, just observe your tip of your nose. Let it go slow and slow up to the center of your forehead. In between, you get entire breathing till your navel, and slowly when it is exhaling, it can be from your center of your forehead and it's back to your tip of your nose. And this is how you can bring the awareness. You can be the drashta, you can be the watcher of your breath. So this is what you should do. Now for the skin, soak enough of the sunlight of the morning, the way Anita had shared sun gazing. So always be in the good time of the sunlight, and you can get the vitamin D3 for your skin and for your body. And obviously, always try to apply or wear organic and the vegan cosmetics nowadays available in the market. Don't use the soap if you are not needed. Try to, have the face wash with the natural uptin, or you can just have certain, the mud mask or something, or otherwise, even the water is just enough. Also, when you are with your skin, allow to touch the plants. Feel the breeze when you are in the wind. Have the walk at the beaches whenever you can go. Just give the touch to the Mother Earth, the grounding. And that's how, you are actually feel through your skin, because we have the more than, 50 trillion cells in entire body, including the skin and the brain. And the skin is the first medium from where we get absorbed, we can feel the heat or the cold or whatever it is. And through that, actually our brain sends the messages and we get more idea about it. So everything, when you are eating the food, after doing a 1-minute meditation with your clean hands, have to have the food with your hands. So again, the good energy, passes to your mouth and whatever the good bacteria in your body, and it allows you to digest better way and to connect also with a spiritual way. So this is what we are saying about the skin. Now, for the eyes, of course, do keep eyes blinking whenever you are in front of the screen time, when you are spending, like in the offices or while on the Zoom, wherever you are. Read good spiritual books. There are so many, you can see that always they are so beautiful books. And thanks to the Patriji and all the pyramid masters, they do share with about, like, which books we should read. And there are ample of good books we can read about and we can share about. Do the small meditation at the interval of 2 hours. Even at you are at office, just after 2 hours, just sit for 1 minute and doing Ana-Pana-Sati and, close your eyes and be in that mode. And definitely you are going to get the charged, like, the energy. Then for your ears, try to listen the sounds from nature, like bird chirping or the breeze or the wind or something. If you are listening on YouTube, then listen the soothing music. Get involved. Do not get involved in the arguments, but get involved in, again, as I've said, the Swadhyaya, the Sajjan Sangita, the healthy debates, spread the knowledge. And please do not react to the other people's opinion. Avoid gossiping. So save your energy from all the senses. And that is also the very important food, my dear friends, for all of us. How the Patriji has said about, even our Bhagavad Gita, what it had said about, Yukta ahara viharasya, Yukta chestasya karmasu, Yukta swapnava bodhasya, yoga bhavati dukhaha. It means ahar and vihar. It has to be in the balance. Sukh and dukh. It has to be in the balance. Everything you should be in the, your behavior should be in a detachment mode. And be in a bliss. Jo bhi mila ya nahi mila. Don't feel any emptiness or just surrender. Don't be feel like, अरे ये मुझे मिलना था, ये मुझे क्यों नहीं मिला, या ये मुझे खाना मुझे जो चाहिए था वो नहीं मिला. Don't have for the taste. Have for your body. Have the balanced sleep also. नींद भी उतनी ही जरूरी है. Be in the yoga nidra mode. Have the quality of the sleep, not the quantity of the sleep. Again, that is very important food for your body to rejuvenate. To, the cell, they do work, they do repair in the sleep time. So having a good sleep is very important, but not as in a measure of hours of 8 ghanta, 10 ghanta so liya, not that. Even if you sleep for 2 hours, but if it has a good quality sleep, then even that is, fair enough. So this is what the Gita says about in the chapter 6, the shloka 17. And what our dear Patriji had said, no junk food, my masters, no junk thoughts, no junk words. When he says that, he says whatever the food you have, that actually releases just 5% energy. But what you think about, what you, speak the words about to the others, that creates more of it. And as he says, what the Socrates also have said, the person does not define by what it puts in his mouth, but the person gets defined by what he speaks out from his mouth. So always be aware, because when we say the words, the spellings, and that, of course, they have the spell also. So whenever, if you want to convey the message, use the correct words. And this is how, here I just want to give an idea why to eat vegetarian food. Since we are on the S.W.A.G. platform, and always it's our duty, like, save water and go green. So when we can go green while having the vegetarian food or the vegan food, and why we should have the vegetarian food? Because there is a difference between the carnivores and the herbivores. We were and we are the herbivores. Carnivores, they have the food, like, they have that big claws, they can tear the food easily to have the flesh. And they, remember, they are eating their food. Of course, they have certain system, digestive system, and they are eating non-veg food because they are hungry, not for their taste, not for their greed. Herbivores, where we are actually available with the fine nails to protect, certain things that just are self, from the certain things. And that's why we have the nails. We do not have the long claws. Do we? No. So while eating also, they have the large mouth opening, like, and jaw does not open to a wide angle. Simple jaw muscles for expanded opening and swallowing food whole. They have sharp, pointed incisors, long, sharp, curved canines, sharp, jagged molars. Where we have, jaw opens to a wide angle, but develop jaw muscles for extensive chewing. Like when we have the vegetables, we have, certain fibers also, and let it, we have that pattern of chewing the food, and it gives more mixing with the saliva, and it gives a good digestion. So we have the broad and flat incisors, dull, short canines, and flattened molar with cusps. Digestion, this is the most important part, what differentiate and why we should not have the non-veg. Like, they have the very smooth, short digestive tracts, and we have the long, bumpy digestive tracts. So what happens if they eat, whatever they eat, it gets digested fast, and they can, vacate the unwanted the things, they can release also the fast. But when we do eat something, it goes through a long digestive system. And when we have the non-veg, then what happens? Suppose if you have heard about the meat gets digested after it takes 72 hours. And when it goes through the digestive system, it may get decay. And it may start to give the ulceritis, or it may give the infection, and that can be the root cause of the severe diseases, my friends. So better always to have the vegetarian food. So this is how, and they cannot, they can detoxify vitamin A, our liver cannot. And that's the reason we always, just ask your inner calling, just ask your soul, shall I have this food? And your inner calling will answer you. Follow that. And that's how we can just go ahead. Again, I just want to give a little emphasis on what we have day to day, like, white sugar. What the white sugar, again, you should not have the refined flours or refined, the sugars, refined salts, refined oils. A big no to it, because they are processed and they are not with the nutrients. But there is little add-on point for the polished sugar or the refined sugar. Actually, to get the whiteness of the sugar, they actually mix the bon char. Bon char means they do char, like, they actually burn the bon to the charcoal. And after that, that charcoal of that, the ash, the bon ash, they mix in the sugar to get the whiteness. And it can open your eyes, my friends. Would you like to use that white sugar? And it does not contain any nutrients as well. It's just the sugar. So always when you are using the white sugar, keep in mind what you are using. But yes, you can use the vegan means the organic sugars, the natural, the khansari you get in the market easily nowadays, or other like a liquid jaggery, we call it as a kakwi, that is also on a low glycemic index. The organic products are always, organic sugar are always low on the glycemic index. So always use such food, the organic, vegan, and light on your digestive system. Now, I cannot read entire because we do not have the time, but you can have the idea from this. And why we should have the whole grain food versus, why not to have those pasta and the cakes and the biscuits and the made up of the maida. Because here in the slide, you can see what the whole grain, if you see the kernel of that whole grain, you can see the bran. It's full of fiber, filled like, outer layer with the vitamin B, vitamins and minerals. But what happens? And there is the center portion is the endosperm. From actually there, we get the refined flour, the maida or the very processed flour or the starch that we get from the endosperm. And it actually is a starchy carbohydrate. So it has it has the more of the sugar. It has more of the starch, which is again not good for your body. And a middle layer, that is a middle layer with some proteins and the vitamins, but not the full nutrients. And the germ. The germ is a nutrient-packed core with the vitamin, with the B vitamins, vitamin E, phytochemicals, and the healthy fats. But what happens, my dear friends, while they do refine, actually they remove out the germ and the bran layer. Why? Because if the germ and the bran layer is present with that particular thing, actually it may get rancid fast. So to have the shelf life and the finest texture of the flour and certain products like the breads or the pasta or the cakes, they actually need the fine texture of the flour. So because of that, the commercialization, people, they do play with this. And in certain Western countries, they do the GMO, genetically modified practice also with this. And that is again harmful for our health, friends. So always see non-GMO, read the labels. If it has the fructose, the glucose syrup, and the additive starches or the artificial, the improvers, the preservatives, then big no for the product. So always read the labels because they put in a very tiny words, because that is the loss for them. So always have the habit to read the labels, and always, have the complex carbs, and that what we get from the whole grain like millets. India is full of millets. Today only the Narendra Modi ji is at G20 summit at Bali. And we have heard that he is going to focus on the millets more, because entire world due to the war, and also maybe today we may have the 800 crores of the population. And to all the population, we have to, supply the food. So there are lots and lots other sources are also available. And we can look over there and we can start with the millets like Rajgira or the Nachni or the Bajra or the foxtail or the Kodo. There are so many millets available. And we can have the raw banana flour, the chestnut flour. There are so many gluten-free flours also available. So whoever cannot have whoever are with the celiac or the gluten intolerance, they can shift to these flours. And they are low, and sometimes, whatever suits to your body, have in the little portions and have it slowly. Chew it nicely, and automatically what happens while chewing it, while having it slowly, actually it slows down your hunger. And your stomach says you, okay, stop. Now I don't need any more. And you should stop. That's how you get the signal. And when you have a good practice to have a good food with not, running the TV, not watching the serials, not be in the argumentative modes. And when you are eating, you are getting all the benefits. And from the medication, just eliminate the word C and adopt the meditation. Just add the tea to that, and you can, absorb the energy, and you can heal your body yourself. Convert your complaints to the compliments. And this is how you can, deal with the people, and you can balance yourself as well. Don't allow your ego to feel pampered while expecting from others, and if they do not behave as per your expectations, and your ego gets hurt and you feel the pain. So, my dear friends, I would like to end my topic over here. So with saying of Patriji, I would like to share at the end of the presentation, we create our own reality. So the masters, be aware, create your own reality, and spread this health and all the wisdom, whatever you get, the correct wisdom and the correct knowledge, wherever from the Sajjan Sangatya or reading good books, share with others. Always I do believe, and I really say, like I'm sure you all believe too, ahimsa, parmo dharma. So be always non-violent from your thought, with your words, and having the food. Thank you so much. If any questions, please raise your hands so we can just answer. Sorry to take some more time of yours. If any question, kindly raise your hand. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Ranjit.
Tejal, that was excellent lecture, and I just had my bowl of salad for dinner.
Amazing.
So,
That's amazing. I just want to say, sorry to say, don't put in the plastic boxes. Sometimes what happens, they do lynch, because whatever the food, they have their own energy, and sometimes some food, they have little bit of acidity or somewhere, then in general I'm saying, so what happens, they do lynch the particles of either it's a plastic or the aluminum or any material. Yeah, the pure steel is the safe, pure wood, of course the wood is pure, the wood you can use the, or the glass bowls. So always have in that and have the fresh food. Thank you so much. I feel so glad while having, glad you are listening.
Thank you. And I had one question. What is a substitute for tea? Because tea is very...
Yes, surely. I actually forgot to, because we were having a little lesser time, so I did not cover the caffeine part of it. Good question you have asked. Like, tea, coffee, or dark chocolate. Dark chocolate, pure nature, is very good for your health. But if you have the issue with the sleeping, then always after 3 o'clock in the daytime, do not have the caffeine. Do not have the tea, do not have the coffee, do not have the dark chocolate. Otherwise, it may disturb your sleep. Okay, now to replace your tea, what we can do, what I do practice at my home, my family also, they love, I just put some ginger in the boiling water. I just put some tea masala, because again, it's a mix of spices, and some roasted jeera, black pepper powder, a pinch of it. And I have my grown, like, plants like fresh basil and the ajwain leaves to add on the flavor in it. And just, lemon juice, add a juice of 1 lemon. It's optional to add the organic sugar or a liquid jaggery. If you have the sweet tooth, then you can add. Otherwise, you can put some chaat masala also in it. And you believe me, it tastes awesome, and it's so digestive. It's appetizing.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So you can have again, before your lunch, always see, our body needs a good probiotic to have always to have a good bacteria in your balancing the good bacteria, because every day we do poop out and the good bacteria also we do flush out. So while having the food, we should have certain, like, India has a very good practice of fermented pickles, or the idli, or the dhokla, or the dosa, ample of foods we do have, or the sourdough breads in the Western country, the authentic sourdough breads, where the commercial yeast has not been used. Okay, and it has gone through a long fermentation. Such type of food is very good for your bacteria, to have that gut bacteria in your body, and to have those good bacteria. They love the prebiotics. Now, what is the prebiotics? What you had right now is a salad, is the prebiotic for your good bacteria in your body. So salad, the fresh fruits, the onion, certain foods, the fresh, like vegetables. So certain vegetable smoothie in the morning you can have. You can have the intermittent fasting also after, like, having the dinner at evening by say 7 or 8 o'clock. Then don't have
Yeah, I
anything.
do that. Yeah, I do
Amazing.
that. Yes.
Yeah. So at least 14 hours, if it suits to your body,
I do
then
like
follow
16
that.
hours.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. So in that time, you are giving time to your body, the cell. Otherwise, what happens? थोड़ा time हुआ, अरे मैंने कुछ खा लिया, खाया तो अंदर जो अपनी आर्मी है, जो काम कर रही है बॉडी को रिपेयर करने की, और उनको वापस आप डाइजेस्टिव पे लगा देते हो, तो वो उधर काम अधूरा छोड़ देंगे, and they will
Right.
come on your digestive system. So this is the reason we should give the ample relax, and that's the reason when detox, when Patri ma'am had suggested in the Navratri, and also with the body also, there was the the tried body detox was on, and simply the body detox was on. Why? To give
Yes,
the
yes.
rest to your digestive system.
Yeah,
And we should
I did
follow,
that.
yes, the fruit fast or the dry fast once a week, or whatever the way how your body suits. So this is, it will allow, and when you will grow the more of the good bacteria, it will allow you not to tempt for the tea, not to tempt for the junk food. Bad bacteria always tempt you to have the junk food. Good bacteria, they do not. Yeah.
I can always put coconut milk instead of the
Yes,
lemon,
yes,
right?
yes. Definitely, definitely. You
Yeah.
can. The vegan, many of the people, they put almond milk, coconut milk.
Yeah, almond, coconut
Yeah,
milk,
yeah.
soy milk.
Yes, 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 you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I
Yeah.
also do, I also, like, in the morning, I walk with bare feet in the grass in the morning.
Amazing. Amazing. That's to connect with the mother nature. So
Right, right.
amazing, sir. You are doing a wonderful job and
Thank
inspiring
you.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Santoshi, can you just unmute yourself?
Yeah, it's a really wonderful session. Even my kids also watching your lecture.
Oh.
They're just 5 years, 6 years old. And
Wow.
whatever I used to tell the same thing, I made them also telling same thing they were telling.
Okay.
Yeah, I think my wife also with me in the morning, and she is also listening the words what we have. I used to tell daily to them, and today they are listening from you, and they are realizing, oh, it's true. They're telling.
Okay.
Okay, and one more thing that I heard that B12 deficiency regarding
Yes.
how
When I,
overcome.
yeah, when I say the fermented food, okay, it takes care of vitamin B. And when you are having the whole grains, if you have watched my last slide where I was explaining about the whole grain. So that's the purpose. We should have the unrefined. And always, whenever you are having the breakfast also, like, always do not have, sorry, I forgot to say to Arunji also, do not have the tea at the empty stomach. It actually increases your acidity. So always have, soaked seeds or the nuts. Seeds, just maybe 1 tablespoon, mix of all the seeds, just wash and soak them overnight, and early morning just drain out the water, filter that water, just throw out the water and have the seeds, chew it nicely. Just have the fruit in a limited portion, and do not mix the sweet fruit with the citrus fruits. So this is what you can have, give the, healthy portion in the morning itself. You can have the sprouted moong also. Even that gives a good type of the proteins and the vitamin B. So B12 also, it can be, it's a myth that we can have only from the animal product or a dairy product. No, even the calcium, either nowadays, even when we are giving the milk to our children, if it is not organic, or we do not know the source, actually, it is full of hormones. And that's the reason, sorry to say, but the girls, they get early of the periods. And the boy, they get the puberty, the children, they get the puberty, and they get so much of the aggressive or the ADHD symptoms, people, they go fast to the depressions. That is because all the hormones they have given to the cow, actually we are feeding to our body. And because of all those chemicals, we are not getting any nutrients, but full of the poison and the toxic. So always have the milk also, if you know the correct source or the organic, and the animals who were in a friendly mode, then only. Otherwise, because in the earlier days, if you remember, the Krishna also used to, कि माखन चोर उसको बोला जाता था. क्यों? अगर माखन आज के जैसा ही एकदम एम्पल में होता था, तो क्या वो उसको चोरी करता था क्या? कृष्ण नहीं करता था चोरी, क्योंकि उस टाइम पे भी ऐसा था कि हर एक घर में जो काव होती थी, काव का मिल्क जब उसका काव जो बछड़ा पी लेता था, उसके बाद में जो दूध बचता था, उसको वो घर में यूज होता था, और वो दूध से मक्खन बनता था. एंड दैट्स व्हाई जो मक्खन कम क्वांटिटी में बनता था, और माँ यशोदा मक्खन को ऊपर लटका के रखती थी कि कृष्णा का हाथ उधर तक ना पहुंचे. सो थिंक कि एंशिएंट टाइम में अगर मिल्क हम लेते थे तो क्यों लेते थे, और आज हमारी ग्रीड हो गई है, हम स्वीट्स इतनी सारी मिल्क से बनाते हैं, हर जगह पे हम मिल्क को इतना यूज करते हैं, एंड वी थिंक कि नहीं मिल्क है तो हेल्थ है. दैट इज टोटली अ मिथ. बच्चों को आप राजगीरा दो, जो आलमंड्स और ये सब जो नट्स वगैरह है, जो यू सोक देम एंड गिव दैट, एंड फ्रॉम देयर यू गेट एम्पल ऑफ कैल्शियम. देयर आर सो मेनी मिलेट्स, दे हैव ऑल द मिनरल्स. So follow this practice. Don't have in the breakfast that, अचानक से मन में आ गया, अरे ये बहुत टेम्पटिंग है, कचौड़ी थोड़ा खा लिया, अरे ये बहुत टेम्पटिंग है, थोड़ा समोसा खा लिया. So ये सब चीजें आपके टेस्ट के लिए तो अच्छी है, but it is not good for your body. Yeah, so I hope, Santosh ji, I have answered your question. Sorry, yeah, just a moment. Yeah. Can you just unmute? Yeah. I hope
thank you. Yes, thank you so much. I got the answer.
Okay, thank you so much. So, is there any other question or Ishwar? Yeah. Sorry. Ishwar. Just
nice session, Tejal ji. Very nice session actually. Like whatever the food we have taken, like that implement our mind and our daily activities also. That's why we had to take very light food. And we have to follow vegetarianism only. And very nice. Whatever you shared, that I have to implement. Like few things I am missing.
Wow.
Now I just realized like I have to implement from you. Thanks for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Very nice session.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Happy to help. Yeah, Hari Om ji. Atma Vandan sir. Just unmute yourself. Yeah.
नमस्ते मैम.
Namaste.
बहुत बढ़िया सेशन.
Thank you so much.
One thing I will just like to add for Arun sir, who was asking about leaving tea. So I am practicing for last 20 days. I have not had tea in the morning, which is my bad addiction. Because earlier I used to think that smoking, drinking is only an addiction. But now one has realized that even drinking tea is an addiction. Even trying to be always right is also an addiction. True. One has to identify these kind of addictions, and for overcoming this, basically tea means what? We are trying to have something which is hot. So we can have 2-3 substitutes for it, like sir was asking. One is like you have hot water many times a day. Secondly, you can have green tea. There are different types of teas available, not with the milk. Basically, it is harming when the milk is added to it. So we can add, like you had suggested, so many alternatives, adding lemon and all those things. But there are many other types of tea where milk is not added, which will prove to be helpful in leaving tea. Thank you very much for your nice information and all the best.
Thank you so much. And when you are saying you have left the tea, even at my home, my husband, yes, he loves the tea, but since he had known about, like, tea has some poisons, like 11 type of toxics, and also the tannin and some, other chemicals, which is not good for our health. And that moment only he had left the tea. So now he has, but very less, not often or regular. He might have the ukala, like very diluted milk with the spices, the chai masala, and also the other alternatives, the teas what Hariomji suggested, the green tea, or you can have this digestive tea, or you can just have before lunch you can have the ginger and boiled ginger water. To that add little of the isabgol, and that also can be a probiotic and prebiotic for your body, and it actually balances your stomach acid before the digestion, 20 minutes. So these are the various ways you can deal your digestive system. So yeah, any other question? Otherwise we can wind up to this session, and we are looking forward for tomorrow. Yeah, Anita, thank you so much.
Awesome, Tejal, for this wonderful session about the five senses and everything. How efficiently we should be using our five senses, and you gave such clarity. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for enlightening with your wisdom to us and all the masters over here. Thank you. So we'll conclude for the day, and we all will be tomorrow, same time, and so join in tomorrow, masters. We'll be having another new topic for tomorrow. So see you all. Have a divine day, everyone. Thank you.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम।
सीताराम सीताराम भज प्यारे मन सीताराम। सीताराम सीताराम भज प्यारे मन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम।
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान।
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान।
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान।
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सम्मति दे भगवान।
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम।
करे घर का काम, मुख से बोलो सीताराम।
हाथों से कर घर का काम, मुख से बोलो सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन 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 सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
बंसीवाला हे घनश्याम, धनुष्यधारी सीताराम।
बंसीवाला हे घनश्याम, धनुषधारी सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
राम 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 सीताराम, रघुपति राघव राजा राम। राम 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 सीताराम, रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम,
पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। प्यारे मन सीताराम 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 भज प्यारे मन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सम्मति दे भगवान
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सम्मति दे भगवान
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा
Divine morning, everyone. On this divine occasion of birthday of our beloved Brahmarshi Patriji, let's prepare ourselves to go into meditation. Make yourself and be seated at a comfortable position.